minimize the falsely idols, get exposed through code and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kind of finicky, huh? Not only homie, he died from. I've been dealing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wait. In the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cars, we different in breed.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Seattle. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian. McCaffrey, 65 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener.
We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves, Panther 11, trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready, ready?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Torrey Burton, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Purdy now to throw. That's to the right side, Kittle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Purdy from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could have cost them a ball game?
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in this spot, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this complete to Shaheed. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Liking 18.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And the 49er first down. Gain of 14.
Now Purdy.
49er first down.
Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
Back to throw, Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go. Here we go.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Horton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Through one corner, 14-7 our score.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Back. Bronco 80.
He'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
First down. 1st and 10 at
Let's
the
go now.
48-yard line.
Shoves him away. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game.
And he will score. Touchdown. Splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. An extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall, 65 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
Looking to put a drive together.
Get it. 70.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw out wide to Walker. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Torrey Horton now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's a gain of 14 yards.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They suspected it as a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Robinson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now 2nd and 5.
70, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 19, hey, check that, street. Hurt. Panther Street. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
18 Rattler.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air, really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Taken in by Shaheed. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Let's go now.
At the 43-yard line.
The kick here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Go! 18.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
Ready, break.
Up 2nd and 4 at the 49ers 15-yard line.
Panther 60, 79 Broncos. Go.
Back to throw again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Back 60. Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll start by running the option to the right.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Now back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He completes this to Walker. He's got the first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Get it. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Purdy from his own end zone. That's complete to Pearsall. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
27-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action, now Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And his passes are intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work. But we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future.
I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. Still fighting for more. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9. The 11-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Now a second and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Jones. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing Jones. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Brings up second and goal. The Seahawks
looking to throw again on second down. Jones. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a third and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This likely a must-have, third and goal. Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal.
zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Mac Jones. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll find Shaheed out to the right. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 22-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A
yard all they need, but it's third down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Ready? Go, Reed, go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Jones. Finding Watkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A gain of 15. First down, 49ers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jones. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. To throw is Jones. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Here's first down. Jones. He's got Ayuk once again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Here we go. First and goal. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
This is 1st and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this was not just the opener